Okay, find C to complete the square. Remember, when you complete the square, you're going to take this number, divide it by 2, and then square it, and you would get 81, wouldn't you? So this right here would be x squared minus 18, and you really don't need the negative here. The 81 would be the number we would square. Now then, if you factored it, the x, the minus drops, and we got 9, don't we? This right here would be this factored. So when you complete the square, you're making a perfect square. Right here, we're going to take our 30. We're going to divide it by 2 and get 15. 15 is going to be the number that goes here. We're going to take the 15 and square it and get 225. The 225 goes here. So d squared plus 30d plus 225. Now then, if I factor it, it doesn't say 2, but if I did, I would get d. This sign drops, and I got 15 when I squared it, or divided by 2. So this right here, if I did d plus 15 times d plus 15, I would get that equation. Okay, now then we're going to solve by completing the square. So we're going to move the 21 over. We want to get the constant to the right. So we'll have x squared minus 4x equals 21. Leave a space right here and right here. You take the 4, you divide it by 2, you get 2, and then you take the 2 and you square it and get 4. This number is what we add to both sides. Now then, I'm going to drop down and factor it. This turns into a negative. That negative drops. And what did I get when I divided by 2? I got 2, didn't I? That number goes right here. Squared equals 21 plus 4 is 25. I want to solve this. I'm going to square root both sides. When I square root this, the exponent goes away, so I'm left with x minus 2. And the square root of 25 is plus or minus 5. Now I'm going to move over the 2. I'll get x equals 2 plus or minus 5. 2 plus 5 is 7, and 2 minus 5 is negative 3. So at 7 and negative 3, the parabola crosses the x-axis. Okay, over here, I'm going to move the negative 3 over. B squared minus 6b equals 3. I'm going to take this 6. I'm going to divide it by 2 and get 3. The 3 is what we're going to put in our, when we factor. Then we're going to take the 3 and square it and get 9. The 9 is what we're going to add to both sides. So we're going to add 9 to both sides. You always add it. You never subtract it. Now then, I'm going to draw my parentheses. This is going to turn into b. This sign drops. I divided by 2 and got 3. Squared equals 3 plus 9 is 12. Square root both sides. 12 is not a perfect square, is it? So b minus 3 equals the square root of 12. And let's simplify the square root of 12. It's 4 times 3, and the square root of 4 is 2. So this turns into 2 square root of 3, won't it? And then move the 3 over. I'm going to get b equals, the opposite of minus 3 is plus 3. Plus or minus 2 square root of 3. This right here is the exact answer. These are your 2 roots. You wouldn't make these decimals.